Walking into the office space of Scott Levine Artist Management from the stormy weather outside, there is a contrasting sense of serenity and focus. An impressive collection of vinyl records and piles of books hug the walls of his homey, softly lit office. The welcoming space is decorated with wooden antique furniture occupied by 2 computers and a furry orange cat sprawled out comfortably on the floor. Scott sits for a chat on the velvet cocoa sofa beside his desk. Having spent the last few years establishing his own agency for opera singers, Scott talked about how growing a business in the performing arts is a job that requires dedication and unwavering attention. Having worked in opera for the past 25 years in various capacities, it would be hard to argue against Scott's intense appreciation for the art form. In a nutshell, a manager is the liaison between artists and producers that also fosters the talent. Staying on top of things not only takes savvy communication skills, but also a proven sensibility that lets the competition know that you know your stuff. Scott's business is a culmination of these things, even with the challenges facing performing arts today in the sometimes nerve-wracking economy.
Every company I know is struggling just to keep afloat at this point and trying very hard to keep their audience base, their subscription base, and single ticket buyers. It's difficult. The ones who are surviving have figured out how to do it and are doing it well, but it's not easy.
Fresh talent also plays a role in keeping the industry's high demand of high standards. Scott's selective roster often includes newly discovered talent who may be starting off in smaller roles but are ripe for the picking. A major success in the U.S. recently was a modern production of Moby Dick, which boasted 2 of Scott's singers at the San Diego Opera. The survival of opera also has to thank strides made in meeting the challenges of thriving and staying relevant in subject. Each new season at New York's Met Opera and companies worldwide have both new productions and centuries-old operas, drawing new audiences. It would not be a shock to see students wait in line all day for a standing room ticket to a brand new show about eco-terrorism, for example. And while it may be unexpected, it is not unusual to hear elderly women around the box office asking strangers for tickets to an exclusive pre-season dress rehearsal to a new production of a 2-century-old opera. What these tickets are worth to these patrons may surprise you.
I think a lot of companies are catching on that there is a tremendous amount of interest in new works. There's an excitement about them, and clearly they are able to draw a large audience.
The new season garners excitement within the community as fall begins and festive holidays are upon us. With shows frequently sold out, attending dress rehearsals is a treat for a select few. On this Saturday morning at 11 a.m., the champagne is replaced with espresso. The red velvet-colored carpet of the grand tier of the Opera House is peppered with expensive shoes shuffling to take their seats for the first public glimpse of an impressive new production of Puccini's Turandot this season. Scott is dubbed the mayor of opera by one of his friends, in the close-knit world some might call fanatics. Warming up and ready for the season to begin, Scott represents singers being featured in multiple productions from New York to Europe this season. Travel is one of the business perks when business allows, as Scott believes in the importance of being there to support the talent. But, as it is, his hands are full as the curtain rises for another exciting season here in New York.
Quite frankly, my hands are full. I would love to go everywhere, but I can't be everywhere at once, and I do have work to do, so I can't go flying all over the world.